lights out, and we are racing in Moto2 here in Catalonia. Good start from that pole position by Sergio Garcia, who screams to the right-hand side of the circuit. Aldeguer immediately under pressure from Vietti on the inside. Arenas has got away well on a 75 bike. In fact, Arenas fires himself up from 5th into 2nd place. There's damn Kerr crashes further back. That's certainly Somkat Chantra. And is that Jake Dixon or Ethan Guevara?
I think it's Guevara who's gone down. Dixon's come through the first sector in 13th place, so it is Ethan Guevara who's gone down. What a start Ai Ogura made from 10th on the grid. He just stayed down the left-hand side of the slide down the main straight, and he's now up into the podium positions already. Sergio Garcia for the dream scenario. At the end of this first lap, it would be something like this, leading the Grand Prix, and it's not Aldeguer, it's not Ogura behind him, it's the Grassini Calyx of Arenas.
What a great first lap for Canet, starting at the head of the row in 2nd row in 4th place. He's been pushed back down to 8th on that first lap. A lap that's led by Garcia, then from pole position, nearly 3.5 tenths clear of Arenas. Arenas there, former Moto3 world champion. Nothing he can do to defend against Aldeguer on the brakes. Aldeguer wins that battle on the run down to the first corner. So Aldeguer then now up into 2nd place. Arenas back in 3rd. On board now then with Aldeguer, could almost reach out and touch the rear tyre of Sergio Garcia. He made this move stick on the last lap. That's going to be close. He's going to run Garcia out wide again, just hogging the inside line there. So in successive laps, Aldeguer just that little bit stronger, maybe that little bit braver as well in many respects, going on the front end into turn 10, and Aldeguer back at the front then. Sergio Garcia, they're cashing in terms of the championship, because whether he loses this victory, Lopez dive bombs Arenas into turn 10, runs in wide, runs in hot, and Arenas just seizes that 3rd place straight back.
Of course, he was here yesterday where he was crawling over the back of a Grassini Calyx. It was, of course, Manu Gonzalez who blocked him in qualifying. This time it's Arenas who's proving a bit of a tough puzzle to solve for Alonso Lopez. But once again, look how quick the Boscoscuros are. And of course, with the Ogura right up behind Lopez, they might be 1, 2, 3 and 4 in this Grand Prix very soon.
And a 2nd place for Garcia as it stands right now would be putting him 21 points clear in the championship. 21 clear of Aldeguer, who would snatch 2nd place from Roberts. Now then, can he make it work this time around? Lopez on the inside of Arenas. Not going to run in hot now through turn 1 and 2. Canet again goes in deep, maybe with a little bit of extra kilometres with the slipstream behind Vietti.
Yeah, only Fermin Aldeguer was quicker on that last lap than Senna Regis, doing a fine job at the moment in 8th place. Qualified well last time out and didn't stick around at the front. Ai Ogura now up the inside of Albert Arenas. It is now a Boscoscuro 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Arenas has got the handbrake on a little bit here. Tony Arbolino season just goes from bad to worse. Yesterday in qualifying, it was his lowest qualifying of the season, the Alf Marvidas racing rider. He was down in 18th place, over 8 seconds behind already after just 5 laps, and he's got now a long lap penalty to serve Arbolino. So his dreadful season, runner-up in the World Championship, wasn't he, last year to Pedro Acosta. Arbolino, who came into this Grand Prix 13th in the World Championship, shortcut at turn 2 for the long lap penalty looming for Arbolino, who was nowhere near the points anyway.
Aldeguer is responding to Garcia. There is nothing between them at the moment on this lap. It's just coming up to half race distance. This is lap 10 of 21. Lopez again wide there, and he's surely going to be under massive pressure from Ogura as they come onto the start-finish straight.
Just a quick check further down. Roberts still in 10th place, ahead of his American racing team colleague Marcos Ramirez. Alcoba, Van den Gorberg, Salich and Navarro in the point scoring places. Side by side then they go. So Ai Ogura tries to go the long way around the outside of Alonso Lopez. So Ogura then does steal that 3rd place back. He was running the identical line that he launched off the line there, wasn't he? Now then, what has Lopez got in response? Track limits warning now coming the way of Roberts, who, as he mentioned, down in 10th place, nearly 8 seconds adrift of your race leader Aldeguer. Fermin Aldeguer, your race leader. We were talking about Garcia getting the track limits warning. Aldeguer got one about 5 minutes ago, and Fermin Aldeguer, massive breaking news here then, this Catalan Moto2 Grand Prix, because your race leader Fermin Aldeguer has a long lap penalty to serve for a track limits offence. Over the line he comes. He's going to lose, what, a couple of seconds coming through that long lap loop. 3.5 tenths clear of Sergio Garcia. He sits. Garcia himself is on a track limits warning. Aldeguer sweeps into the long lap penalty. Sergio Garcia. He's got down. Fermin Aldeguer. Can you believe it? He's crashed in the long lap penalty loop. Head in hands for the speed up. Massive dropping of the ball for Aldeguer there.
Canet out too.
This is turning into a battle of survival, isn't it? Look at the corner speed that Ogura carried through 14. That has set up this move down the hill into the braking zone for the first corner. And Ai Ogura then, for the first time in this Catalan Grand Prix, hits the front, winless in 27 races since he won in front of his home crowd at the Twin Ring Motegi at the back end of 2022. And Ai Ogura on course for his first Boscoscuro success.
Dixon and Lopez were in the 46s. Joe Roberts, with his long lap penalty, did a 48 last time round. We've got 46s, 47s all over our timing screens, and Ogura still doing 44s, doing an incredible job.
That was the move. That's a bit of revenge, a bit of payback, because these two, there's not a lot of love lost between Alonso Lopez and Jake Dixon. They have had several tasty moments in the past. Here we go then. There are now going to be shortly 3 laps to go, and Ogura, he is finally back in the 145s, but on that last lap he was still 6/10 quicker than Garcia. Ai Ogura then came from 10th on the grid here for what's going to be a surefire victory for the Japanese rider. More brilliance from Boscoscuro in Barcelona as Ai Ogura fires his way through the final corner. Lucas Zamora, MotoGP lucky fan who was chosen. What an honour for the young MotoGP fan as he celebrates and waves the checker flag as Ai Ogura wins the Catalan Grand Prix in Moto2. He takes the checker flag. Massive gap ahead then, 3.8 seconds clear to Sergio Garcia, who does extend his lead in the World Championship.
Watch that? You want more? Click here to subscribe.